Welcome to Create Your Own Economy podcast, the weekly podcast that equips you with the know-hows, the strategies, tools, and resources to create your own economy, grow your business, and live the life you desire. If you have not done so, hit the subscribe button so you will never miss an episode. Hello, welcome to today's episode. I am your host, Bunmi Ajibade, and in today's episode, we'll take a look at the first quarter of the year. It's now April, and we're just going to reflect on your performance so that you can apply the learning to the next quarter. And again, this is not a time to bash yourself. This is not a time to be mad at what you did or did not do, because not everybody achieved their goals, and it's okay. It is okay. We are all in this together. So let's go. It's time to create your own economy now. So what is the goal? The goal is just to take a stock of what happened in the last 3 months. That's it. And what did you learn? And as you are doing this, I would suggest that you take a time away from other stuff and really sit down to have a deep dive into what is going on in your business. Okay, so I would suggest 3-4 things as you take a look at your performance in the last 3 months. Number 1, rate yourself from 1 to 10. How did you think you perform towards achieving your goals, the goals that you set for your business? Remember, don't bash yourself. Just be objective, be factual, because, the numbers are there. Did you achieve all of the goals, part of the goal, or none at all? Write it down. And then number two is time to then reflect, is the reflection time. How did I get there? What happened, on daily or weekly or monthly basis? This is where you will defer back to your planner, to your calendar. What activities worked well for me? What activities did not produce any dividend for me? I mean, there are some activities we love to do. But again, if you love the activities, but you are not getting anything out of it, it's not moving you towards achieving your goals, you might need to really take a look at those activities, and maybe you have to do away with the activities. So as you go through your calendar, look at the activities that did not generate any income, that we call, we call some activities income-producing activities. So if an activity is not producing a result or the result that you need that aligns with the overall goal for your business, you need to do away with them. So what are those activities? You might need to write them down. And then look at the difficulties that you had or the struggles you had during the last 3 months. How did you persist? What did you do to persist? Did you overcome them, or are you still struggling with those difficulties? Do not beat yourself up. We are all in the same boat. We all have difficulties depending on your industry. The difficulties might be different, but let me assure you, we all have some difficulties that we need to work on to overcome. The struggle is real, right? And when you are an entrepreneur, it can be very lonely. It can be very lonely out there, and it does not have to be. So don't beat yourself up. Look at your planner and make an informed decision. Now, ask yourself, what progress did you make from the last quarter? Things you were struggling with before. Did you make progress? What did you achieve? Oh my God, that you can celebrate. What did you achieve? Because at times people think when you look at your business and all that, you are looking for what is not right. You are looking for what you did not do right. No, let us celebrate. Little celebrations. How do you want to celebrate it? Right? I interviewed one of my friends, Grace Howe, and she said whenever she made, she made some extra income from the business, she would let the kids know, look, we're going to do A, B, C, D from money from the business. So how do you celebrate? Celebrate with your family, with the people that you love. And then ask yourself, look, I've done this in the last 3 months. What could I have done better? How could I take it up a notch? Look, when you have done something, you have celebrated it, how do you take it up a notch? Something bigger, something better? What could that look like? Write down what you struggle with and do you anticipate you will struggle with the same thing again this quarter? And how would you overcome it? What do you anticipate that you will struggle with the next quarter? And what solutions will come from that? How will you take care of that? What solution? What would be the solution? And that is number 3. Number 3 is, what would be the solution that you come up with for the struggles you have identified? Again, look at your planner, because you will see that will show you the struggle, because the struggle is real, right? And let me just give you an example of some struggle. Looking at me and some of the struggles that I have. I run several businesses, and one of the businesses requires me to drive. And because I live in a small town, I call it a village, a beautiful small town, I have to drive like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, at times 1 hour to go and do some appointments and all that. So 1 hour appointment eventually might become 3 hours for me. So I was struggling with balancing that and my other businesses, because I was beating myself up. Why will I spend 3 hours for just this one thing? Look, the thing is, look at your calendar and see that the day, what I have done is I look at my calendar to see that the day I have those kind of appointments, what other things can I add on my calendar for other things that I need to do? Okay. And so many excuses, right? We all give excuses when we are trying to find solution. Oh, really, I don't know how to do it. That's why it's taking me 3 hours or 4 hours to do something. Look, if an activity that you are doing is taking you a long time to do because it's not within your skill set, think about how you can give it to somebody who has the skill set. How you can pay for that. I had to do that. When it comes to some technical things that I need to do in producing my this podcast. There are some technical things that I need to do in my business. I had to give it out to somebody. I had to, ask somebody that has the know-how how to help me, because when they do, it eventually frees up time for me to be able to work my business. And also, if you are a procrastinator, I struggle with that also. Think about what you can do. How can you just give yourself small goals that you can manage on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever it is that you do? And as you brainstorm, maybe you might need the support of a mentor or your brainstorming partner. I hope you have one, because I do. I have a friend, her name is Darda Chow. She is a brainstorming partner for me. She has her own strong points, and at times I just reach out to her. You want to run some things by her to hear what she will say. We have two different personalities, but you know what? It helps me. So who is your brainstorming partner? Because some of the best thinking will be done with a brainstorming partner. If you don't have one, I suggest you have. And also, I have my consultant. As I said, my consultant, he does a great job, Shuvik Lahari of Impact for Brands. He is so smart. And when we are brainstorming, I just latch on to the words that he says. Who is your brainstorming partner? What activities would you give to somebody else to do on your behalf or the company's behalf? And if you need a brainstorming partner, you can reach out to me. Send me an email. Go to my website, www.clarolgr.com/MEET. Then number four thing that I would suggest that you do as you really reflect on the last 3 months in your business is think of what your next steps will be after going through your planner, seeing what you did before, what worked, what did not work, what activities you will do away with and all that. Then what is your next step? And I will really throw out some questions that I think you can work with to really stimulate what your next steps will be. And the first one will be, what are your goals for next quarter? What are your goals? What action can you take now to move forward? If you give yourself 5 out of 10, give yourself 3 out of 10, give yourself 7 out of 10, even if you give yourself 10 out of 10, how can you go from good to great? That's a very book, by the way. From Good to Great. That's a very good book. So what action can you take now to move you forward, to scale your business? What are your priorities for next quarter? Choose your priorities. Don't give yourself 50 priorities. No, maybe 1, 2, 3. How are you going to get that done? Those things that are priorities to you, do they align with the overall goals for the year? The overall goals that you have for your business for the year? What do you need to improve on next? What you were struggling with, you are struggling with it, but it's so important to the growth of your business. What are you going to do to improve that? Is this something that you can give somebody else to do on your behalf? That might be the best money you will spend in your business when you contract something out to somebody who can do it better than you. Then what are the top 3 projects you are going to focus on? When you have those top three projects, what are the goals? How will you achieve them? What are the goals? Set the goals, small goals that will eventually, incrementally work towards achieving the success of those projects. And the big question I want you to ask yourself, who can you collaborate with on those projects? Those goals for your business, who can you collaborate with? And I love this quote from the Bible, in Deuteronomy from the Bible. It says that one man will chase 1,000 and two will put 10,000 to flight. So when you think you have this big struggle, whatever thing you are struggling with, when you bring in your collaborator, when you bring in that person that you brainstorm with, when you all go through it, you will put that to flight. I believe it. And then the other question is, what habits do you need to develop that is consistent with the vision and will help you reach your goals? What are the habits? Because if you're a procrastinator, that will not help you. If you don't have a working planner, that will not help you. Because if you are like me, I am a high I personality, so I tend to have 10, 50 ideas. And if I don't write things down, I can spin out of control. Okay? So that's why you see me, I use the calendar on my phone, and I also love my paper calendar. Now, my call to action for you, do a checkup along the way. Don't wait until 3 months before you will check on those projects. Have a checkpoint along the way. Is it a weekly checkpoint? Do you want to have a monthly checkpoint? Do a checkpoint so that you are not waiting until the end of the month and then you are like, oh, I missed it. No, because when you have that checkpoint, you can actually course correct as you move along. Then be consistent, be persistent, work smarter, not harder. Use your daily planner, monthly planner, whatever planner you choose, use your planner. Get a brainstorming partner, get a mentor, get a coach. Send some project to somebody else who has the skill to help you with. And you can also reach out to me. Go to my website, www.clarogr.com/MEET, and book a time, a free discovery call with me so that I can support you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The best gift you can give me is by sharing this podcast with your friends, your family, and reviewing it, which will help this podcast to grow organically. If you want to create your own economy and live the life that you deserve, join my next workshop or schedule time with me. My purpose may as well be to help you on your journey. Visit clarogr.com/workshop. See you again next week.